So every time we talk about Justin Fields and the fact that he's just not a good quarterback, we constantly get this fucking argument. It's like, oh, he has no help. He has no help. And then they point to Trevor Lawrence as if Trevor Lawrence got like DeAndre Hopkins or Stephon Diggs level assistance. I mean, his help was Evan Ingram and Christian Kirk. That was the added help. I mean, maybe you look at Travis Etienne, but he got Travis Etienne last year. That was a Urban Meyer acquisition. He was just able to play this year, which I guess, does make a little bit of a difference. But overall, when you look at the help that Justin Fields has gotten, quality is not necessarily the issue. The issue is that despite his receivers actually having fairly solid hands, Chase Claypool has kind of been pretty much the only outlier of added receivers in terms of the hands quality. And even then, his hands aren't bad necessarily. He's just not had a whole lot of luck in Chicago. None of his receivers get any fucking targets. Their best wide receiver is Cole Kmet, and he's only gotten 60 targets. He's dropped, I believe, 2 targets on the year, but he's only gotten 60 targets, and he only has he's barely cracking 500 yards. And that's their best receiver. And to an extent, you can say, Cole Kmet's not an elite guy, but you got to also look at it from the other end. Every guy on that roster can say, I had success in Pittsburgh, in fucking Kansas City, anywhere else. Darnell Mooney had success with Mitch Trubisky, and he was on the roster. You can look, and they can go back and they can say, I had success with a guy that wasn't Justin Fields, and look how good I was. Now I got Justin Fields, and now I look like dog shit. So maybe I'm not the issue, maybe it's Justin Fields. And we look at the O-line. I mentioned with the O-line, Justin Fields creates 7 to 15% more pressure compared to other quarterbacks on the Bears roster. He is actively creating more pressure just because he holds the ball too long. And mobility, another thing he talks about rushing, mobility is an asset. I'm not going to deny mobility as an asset because there's a lot of good quarterbacks who have mobility. But if you can't throw the ball, you can't play quarterback. Tim Tebow had a lot of mobility, but he couldn't throw the football, so he failed.